Lucy had always dreamed of visiting Sana'a, the ancient Yemeni city she had read about. When she finally arrived, the sight of the towering mud brick buildings and mountains surrounding the city left her breathless. From her window, she could see the old city, a maze of narrow alleys and centuries-old architecture that seemed untouched by time. Her guide, Aisha, greeted her warmly at the airport. Together, they set off to explore the old city. The streets were alive with the sound of merchants calling out their wares, the scent of spices hanging in the air. The buildings, with their white patterned windows and intricate designs, rose high, casting long shadows over the cobblestone paths. Their first stop was Bab al-Yemen, the historic gate that had welcomed travelers for centuries. Inside, Lucy marveled at the colorful bazaar. The stalls were brimming with vibrant fabrics, silver jewelry, and baskets of dates and spices. She paused at one stand where a merchant sold intricately designed silver bracelets. He told Lucy, in halting English, that the patterns symbolized strength and protection. She bought one as a keepsake, feeling the weight of history in her hands. As they wandered deeper into the city, Aisha pointed out ancient mosques and homes that had stood for hundreds of years. The Saleh Mosque, with its gleaming white domes and towering minarets, stood out against the sky. Lucy admired its grandeur, and inside, the peace of the place enveloped her. She wasn't religious, but there was something about the quiet reverence of the mosque that moved her deeply. Later, Aisha took Lucy to a rooftop cafe. From there, the view was breathtaking. The city, bathed in the warm light of the setting sun, looked like something out of a painting. The mud brick buildings glowed in hues of orange and gold, and the mountains behind them cast long, purple shadows. As she sipped on rich Yemeni coffee, Lucy listened to the distant call to prayer. The melodic sound echoed across the city, a reminder of Sana'a's deep spiritual roots. For a moment, she closed her eyes, letting the sounds and scents of the city wash over her. By the time the sun had disappeared behind the mountains, Lucy knew she had fallen in love with Sana'a. The city, with its rich history and resilient people, had captured her heart. As she walked back through the narrow streets, she felt a deep connection to this ancient place, a connection she knew would stay with her long after she left.